gather round. It's time again to listen to the sound of sweet little lady.
I feel like...
Can I do that?
Oh yeah, it's definitely going through the... It just seems like it's so jumpy. Don't you think? I don't know. Okay.
Hey, did you happen to do this for a living?
Yeah. It's when you don't have headphones, it's spooky. I don't like
spooky?
It's spooky because you don't know what it sounds like, and I almost want to pause and like play.
Why does that make it spooky? You know, just because it's happening in October doesn't mean it has to be spooky.
Everything is spooky.
Everything.
Oh man, I am so into this month. I can't even tell you how much I'm into this month.
Well, it's like almost half over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have you done anything?
No, I am very upset.
Okay, so you're very into this month, and you're very upset.
I am very upset.
What the hell are you waiting for, Nemo?
A couple things. One, I'm like white bitch central, so I haven't made anything with pumpkin in it, which is, I love baking with pumpkin because it's like it's so helpful to make things moist.
Okay, yeah.
Disgusting, but
yeah.
But like I'm a chronic over baker. Like chocolate chip cookies, sugar cookies are like discs when I make them because
you literally mean, when you say over baker, you mean bake them too long.
So it's dry. Correct.
I thought you meant like, I just bake so much.
Oh, no. It's just when I bake, I do a bad job. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So that was a creative way to say.
Because I have that paranoia that it's going to be like undercooked and I'm going to get somebody sick all the time. So I'm always...
Really?
Yeah, I'm super nervous. And it's like, never happens. Also, I eat raw cookie dough all the time. So it's like, I have no care for myself. I'm just worried that I might get somebody else sick.
You know, no, that's kind of grounded more in reality. But that almost reminded me of like an OCD thing. Like some people just be worried so much that they're gonna like hurt someone else. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So like you're so worried that you're gonna get somebody sick that you overbake.
Oh, I overbake. But pumpkin, you almost can't because it's you can. But
okay, that's your. You're like, I found a way.
But
I did.
Don't worry, I'll ruin it. So I haven't done that. Every fall, I don't know if we talked about this on a podcast already, but I love this series called Over the Garden Wall. It was originally on Cartoon Network. Oh my god. I said series and then Siri turned on my phone. I'm not finding
series.
Shut up.
Didn't work for me.
But yeah, so it's like spooky and fall, like very fun. Have you watched it?
I haven't. I think we've talked about it offline. Mm-hmm. But so you haven't gone and watched that. Instead, you're just pissing away your time on Stardew Valley.
Oh, I am playing a lot of Stardew Valley right now. Sober October is so much. I'm doing Sober October, and it's a lot of, time is a lot when you're not drunk all the time.
Well, and I have to say, I don't mean to like put you on blast, but Raegan and I had a show together a week ago, and it was at a distillery, and like the show ended, and immediately like she's like, I gotta go. If I stay like 30 seconds more than I need to, Sober October's coming to an end.
Well, it was like part of it too was I've been in bars obviously the last 2 weeks, but that was a distillery, and you're just like, they were fermenting something or distilling something. I don't know. It's a distillery, so I presume they're distilling, not fermenting. I don't know.
I don't actually know what it means,
I don't know the difference. Yeah, but like you could smell like the yeasty, rummy smell throughout the whole venue, and it was just like, did you smell it? You're looking like you didn't smell it.
I don't recall anything. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. That just means that...
I was gonna say, because the owner came and like commented on it. He's like, you probably smell that. That's this. And he pointed to the thing, and they were making rum. And I was like, dude, that is what smells so delicious. And I don't even like liquor that much. But
Right?
I was just like, I've been sober for so long.
That's another thing is like, we don't... If we're gonna have shows at like a place with alcohol and we get drink tickets, it's normally like, yeah,
man.
you can have a high life, which I love, but like to do one at a distillery where they're like, here are 3 drink tickets, and that means you're getting like 3 like quality cocktails,
like really, really quality cocktails. I'm sorry.
Like, I hate cocktails, and it was hard for me to be like, I don't need this. I was almost like, well, maybe I'll find something tonight.
Maybe I'll figure out what I like.
So yeah, I get that. But yeah, 30 seconds after, you're just like, see you later. It's been great. Gotta go.
Gotta go. Oh yeah, and I played the shit out of Stardew Valley that night.
You're like, I'm gonna go home and lay in my bed sad.
And I tried to play Animal Crossing online, but so this is actually kind of hilarious. I have a Nintendo DS that an ex bought for me. And I don't know if this was his sick, twisted way of punishing me, but the parental controls are fucking locked on it.
Oh, what a sick bastard.
So I had to go through this whole rigmarole of getting my fucking parental... I had to, like, email Nintendo and, like apply.
I swear, I am a grown-up.
I am 25 goddamn years old. If I want to play Animal Crossing online with my other adult friends...
They're like, this has actually never come up before. This has actually never been a problem for anyone.
Also,
This is
get
uncharted
along.
territory. Yeah. Also, do literally anything else.
You're 25. Dude, it's a great game though. Animal Crossing.
I've never played that.
Oh, Dana.
I know. My experience with video games was growing up with my brothers who are 8 years older.
Oh.
And
Call of Duty.
no, I think it was way before that stuff. But I mean, whatever they were playing, they would give me a controller that wasn't plugged in. So that I could get all the joy out of thinking I was playing, but not
Without
fuck up their game.
playing.
And I gotta say, that's a brilliant idea, and I ain't even mad.
How old were you when you were getting fooled by this, though? That's my question.
Well, so there are
20.
like, there are like photos where I'm definitely like a toddler, like with a nook in my mouth, but I feel like it
Aw.
probably went for longer than I would like to. I mean, probably until I was like 7 or 8, even. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Living in that dream.
Yeah. Well, especially because my brothers were super good.
How much older are they than you? I forget.
8 years.
8 years older. Okay.
They were super
Oh.
good at whatever game they were playing. So, like me, just mashing buttons on a controller that wasn't connected, I would look and think I was one of the characters they were and be like, I'm fucking amazing. Like, I'm crushing it at Earthworm Jim right now. I don't know.
Hell yeah. That's
So-
great. That's actually good sibling right there.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a happy medium. You know, we didn't fight. It worked for everybody.
Dude, there you go. All right. Well, we should probably talk about what we're going to talk about. Wait, we're doing spooky topics this month because
Yeah.
it's October. It's spooky season. Like I've said, I really like this season. Dana is also a fan. Are you?
I'm indifferent. Like, I don't
Indifferent?
dislike it, but
Okay.
I'm not excited about all the things that you were talking about, really. And I kind of want to get back to that real quick.
Oh yeah.
So you're like, I'm so excited for spooky season, but it's October 12th,
Yeah.
and you haven't done a lot of the things you want to do.
I have been watching Stranger Things, which is
Okay.
another. I love watching Stranger Things in October.
Okay, but so you haven't done the baking, you haven't watched, what is the show?
Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall.
Over the Garden Wall.
What are some other things that you're going to try to pack in here?
I gotta
in,
get
like, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. I gotta. Well, oh man, and it's not gonna happen because I'm also moving. But
Yeah.
normally I would decorate. I did buy 3 little pumpkins from my grocery store just to plop on my porch, which make me
Well,
happy.
you got a porch, yeah.
I got my porch. I'm a big porch gal. These are also the final days of porching it, so I've been porching a lot.
That's true.
You
That
gotta
is true.
Gotta porch while you can porch, you know.
Stoop kid. you're a real stoop kid.
But yeah.
Believer stoop.
I'm gonna get a Halloween costume. Probably be next, and that's really about it, to be honest. Because like in my old neighborhood in Madison, I would go get candy, and we decorate. My roommates and I would decorate our porch and we would like literally do the trick-or-treating with the kids. Which was awesome, because we'd just be fucking wasted. And like giving, like, people would be like, just give it, parents would be like with their kids, and like, you can just have one or two, and be like, just like mashing it in. Eat it, kid.
This is the good house. Eat it, kid. I don't know if that makes you great or a bully. Like, I don't know. Combination of both.
My roommate Rob had like a cool speakers. I believe they were his, and he put them on the porch, and we'd like put on the Monster Mash and just like all sit out. It was a lot of fun. Like I really like October is really good. Oh, and I've been watching a bit of Twilight Zone. I watched it with my mom.
Original?
Yes,
Yeah.
Original Twilight Zone. I watched it with my mom a few weeks ago, and then I watched another episode. I think on Tuesday when Elijah was at a show. But yeah, like just like kind of stuff like that. I like to do it. I like to sometimes I'll like try to read like a Victorian novel in the fall. Not doing that this year. Too much going on with the move and whatever. But
Yeah.
October's great. November's great. And you gotta celebrate with like the changing of season hard up top to try to keep that joy going through February and March is my philosophy.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel like you could sustain it easily through the end of the year, and then the next year, starting
January
is just another thing.
I usually can pretend like I am gonna do some kind of New Year's resolution that will push me through January, because I know I'll fail before the end of the month, but it'll get me through most of the month feeling like I have purpose, you know?
Feeling like I have purpose. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent to all this, but I'm trying to watch The Exorcist this
That's
month.
good.
I've
Oh.
never seen it.
My namesake, you mean? No, I'm just kidding.
Wait,
The Exorcist? The little girl in The Exorcist?
is her name
Reagan, yeah.
Okay, well, I haven't seen it, so I didn't know. But cause
Oh, would you have been surprised if I had just kept that cat in the bag?
I would have just been like very confused. But my brother and I, when we went to Washington D.C. a couple weeks ago, apparently there's a prominent set of stairs in DC that was used in the film for something.
Oh.
And because I haven't seen it, I don't know what, but we visited the stairs. So now I want to watch the movie and be like, yeah,
I've
was
been there.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
I've actually never seen it. Also, I'm not really named after that. I just want to throw that out there quick.
I mean, you were named after the Reagan administration. We discussed that on the podcast.
Yes, we have, and it was not correct. I just wanted to remind everyone.
I don't care about truth on this.
The classic Reagan administration, which you are part of, Dana.
Which I'm a part of. Well, I did get some weird propaganda mail today, but we won't get into that.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, we don't need to get into
have to get into that.
Okay.
But so, what are we then talking about today on Sweet Little Ladies, Reagan?
We're not talking about anything, Dana. We are divining our future.
Oh, that's so much more important.
This is a divination episode where we are looking to the stars to determine who we are rather than looking inside of ourselves.
Never look inside of yourself.
What's inside of your self is scarier than what is out in the universe.
Not arguing there.
We're talking about astrology.
Astrology.
Wait. Astrology, yes.
Yeah.
Not astronomy.
No, because astronomy is real.
Is real. That's right.
So we're talking about astrology. Like, first of all, I love that you just got them mixed up because that's amazing.
Well, you know what's great is I was actually reading like this article because they kind of were the same thing for a long time, in a way. Like, because I was like trying to figure out like where the fuck this bullshit came from.
Yeah.
And like they kind of like they only became independent and what do you want to say? Like they separated the schism, if you will, between astronomy and astrology happened like later because I guess like scientists kind of. The idea was they were figuring out what they thought were stars moving, right?
Okay.
That was because this all was happening at the same time that they were figuring out that the Earth was a sphere and we moved around the sun. Like these things didn't it wasn't like they were all these things were known. All these things kind of came into more and more clarity over time. Yeah. And that's kind of where astrology. It's gonna be like a full hour of me pausing.
Seth, edit out the pauses so Raegan sounds sure.
Dude, it's to make me sound smart. But astrology was the idea that the stars were moving and that those movements had overall it's just the idea that the stars can influence our personal lives, but that came originally from the idea that the stars were moving, not us. And then later astronomy kind of became differentiated once we realized that no, the Earth is a sphere, we rotate, we move around the sun, we have this axis thing that's going on, I don't really get it. Personally, I think we're on, it's just flat, but that's what this article tells me. So.
It only took, 8 episodes for you to come out as a flat earther.
Exactly. Well, and it was the idea, too, that, you can calculate the way that, the math of the stars, I guess. The Greeks were, really into, the math of, being able to get these distances with, stuff. I don't really know what it was. But, and that's kind of where, if you can calculate where the stars are going to be physically, maybe you can calculate, how they're, the idea of calculating how the stars position then determines why things are happening on Earth. It was, this idea of, looking into nature to make sense of what was happening now. Because they didn't just do that with stars. They did it with, they would look at the entrails of animals or tea leaves where they would drink tea.
Oh, sure.
That's the same kind of thing. They would always be trying to find things in nature and then applying it to themselves. And stars kind of, I guess it just rose in popularity back when all this was going on because there was so many different, they were whoa, we're on a planet, whoa, and then they were wait, we move around the sun,
but I don't feel it. But I don't feel it.
So it was just kind of all these popular scientific things happening at the same time that they were trying to make the...
That's interesting because, look, when I hear astrology... my immediate reaction is just be bullshit.
Kind of like Christianity. I pussied out on that real hard.
You did. But I'm mad because I wanted to get there first.
Oh, I'm sorry. You go.
No. But, it is, there is such a, either you love it or you think it's the dumbest shit on earth. Yeah. I feel like nobody's astrology. It's fine if you want to read that. But yeah, it is funny when you give it the historical context like that. It's funny to shit so hard on something where people were just trying to search for meaning. Yeah, and you said, religion or anything else. They're just trying to make sense of their lives and fuck them for looking to the stars.
And it's not, I think it's not totally untrue because there is a certain level where your environment kind of shapes your personality to an extent. You kind of can see that in the sense of if you're from a very cold region, you get kind of rugged people, you know what I mean? UP, versus you kind of have a different lifestyle if you're living more in the tropical area. So I get the idea of your nature defining what's inside of you, but I think that it's where you put the stops, where you pump the brakes.
Right. So I think what we're saying is I find a lot of fault with this, but it's crazy to shit on this so much more than other things that we just accept.
Yeah.
Definitely find faults with it, don't believe in it.
Right.
But at least with that context, I can be like, well, yeah, I understand why you would look to this.
It's not any crazier than any other
Or organized religion.
organized religion or like belief system. If you want to go, like, not even if you want to go like karma, which would, I think, be different maybe than astrology. I could be wrong. I don't know if those two are related.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all stupid.
but yeah, like believing in karma, or
I believe in chaos.
or everything happens for a reason.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
does it? You know, tell me more. So yeah, but there are a lot of problems with this. Not trying to say that there's not.
Oh, yeah. Biggest problem that I see with astrology is that so many white 20-year-old women are so into it. Why? We did the feminism through the 60s, the 70s. We're in 2019, and then we're just gonna fucking throw our credibility under the bus so that we can read a horoscope? Is that really what we're doing, gals?
Well, you know, it's funny you say that, because in a little bit of the research I did, it was saying that in the 60s and 70s is when astrology, you had me fucking questioning it. Just there.
What? Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, astrology.
Oh, the word.
Yeah.
I thought questioning your belief. I was like, what about what
Everything's
I just said?
topsy-turvy now. The 60s and 70s, there was like a resurgence for astrology, right? When you're saying like we should have had the feminist movement and
Yeah.
and also like right now, God, I feel like I read the statistic. Of course, I'm not going to cite it. That like 25% of people believe it.
Jesus Christ. That's
Take that with a grain of salt. But
still, no, I am shocked that it wasn't higher. And I would believe it even if it was much, much higher. Because I think that it is insane the lengths that the human condition will go to justify and explain away why we are the way we are.
And not take personal responsibility.
Not take personal responsibility or accept the fact that all of those things that you're looking externally for can be found internally. So easily if you just be at peace with your own psycho. You don't need, you can just be an angry person. You don't have to be like, I am such an Aries. Fuck you.
Well, and that is a problem, too, if you're, if you've got some bad qualities that you're like, well, I can't change them because I'm a Gemini.
A star was in the sky when my mom pushed me out of her vag.
Yeah, so you
didn't like
probably,
that description of a bird.
I don't know. No. Ooh, sidebar.
Yeah.
I wrote my first sort of vulgar joke.
Oh,
and I've done it a couple times.
Did you say damn in it? I'm joking.
Raegan.
Dana and I have very opposite comedy.
Yes.
She's a good girl, and I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah, I wrote my first vulgar joke, done it on stage twice, went really well one time, went really poorly the second.
Oh, yeah, that's the sign of a bit that will haunt you.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep with it. I can't wait for you.
I was gonna say, I want you to tell me what it is right now, but that's the worst thing in the world is to tell somebody a joke when you're not on stage.
I know, for you and anyone listening, they'd just be like,
yeah.
I don't.
Also, for anybody listening who's not a comic, please don't ask us to tell you a joke.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Nobody likes that.
And you will not like it because it will not be the same as if you heard it on stage.
Right.
You'll think it's dumb, and then you'll probably never go to a comedy show.
Be like, fuck local comedy. This shit's stupid.
And don't have something happen and tell someone they can put it in their act or their skits. Don't flatter yourself. Whatever you think should be in it is not good enough.
I got an idea for you. You could probably make a joke out of this. Come
Probably
here.
not, because it's dumb as hell.
No, I'm just gonna shit talk you on my podcast.
Yeah. But what's lovely is it happens so much, no one person could be like, they're talking about me.
Yeah.
You all fucking do it.
And you know
all
who
need to
you
stop.
are. Yeah, you know who you are. Okay. Well, we just had a little bunny trail.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
But I do want to clarify something with you, because we're talking about, we're talking about stars.
Astrology, not astronomy.
Yeah. And we're talking about stars.
We're talking about stars.
Specifically, I think what a lot of people think about when they talk about astrology is like your zodiac sign.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess there's more to it, but that's like maybe the face of astrology.
Like the signs themselves.
Yeah.
And Capricorn, Aries, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, I feel like I read something that was like, those specific signs are like where the sun was when you were born. And the sun is a star, so it's not like...
So, what I was reading in this New York... Wait, no. Just a Time article.
Okay.
On time.com. From what I understand is that the signs... Wait, let me scroll. Sorry.
Scrolling, pause for scrolling.
12 star signs of the zodiac. They're named after constellations and then matched up with the dates. I am literally reading this article to you right now. So the zodiac signs were named after constellations that are in the sky, okay, and then matched with dates based on the apparent relationship between their placement in the sky and the sun.
Okay.
So the sun is, but here's the thing that's hilarious. This article kind of goes on to tell you that this came up in 1500 BC, okay, before Christ.
Yes, thank you.
That other belief system that we're totally on board with.
Yeah.
But
100%.
But so there's some kind of thing where the Earth now sits differently on its axes than it did at that time. So like all of these zodiacs don't even matter anymore because the dates are all fucking different now. Like none of it's legit.
That's funny because that reminds me that at different points, like if you ever want to just Google the sign that you are or the different signs and find out the date ranges, like you can find different ones
ranges
online and you're like, why would that be different?
Yeah.
Shouldn't they be universal?
So the ones that, like the traditional ones that you know of are generally the same, where like Aries is March, April, and then Taurus is April, May, Gemini.
Yeah, should we go through all of them just to, I mean, maybe not with the dates, but we'll just be like,
what they all are?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's, and this is actually the order, so I won't say the dates, but technically this is the order that they go in, meaning that like when they came up with these, the first one that they came up with was Aries, and then they extend chronologically one after the other, and then it makes up the entire year. So the beginning of the zodiac year is in March, and we'll just say there, and then it's Aries, followed by Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra.
I have said Libra historically.
Liberal.
Conservative.
Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and then Pisces at the end of the year, which brings it back to March. So that's kind of how they all...
Well, let's bring it back to March, Raegan, because if I'm not mistaken...
Yeah.
You are an Aries.
I am an Aries.
What the hell
is an
that
Aries
supposed to mean?
So my birthday is April 3rd, which makes me an Aries. I'm pulling it up because I don't really know. Also, and this is, no, I'm kind of quoting shit from something called astrology.com, which I would assume would be the authority on the matter.
How the hell in this current administration is that not a .gov? Right? Or .edu?
.edu, right? No.
When really, to me, it should be a .net for sure.
Oh, sick burn. Sick burn, Dana.
With my internet knowledge.
What, astrology.com? You got a Hotmail account? Is that how I contact the writers?
.msn?
Who's even got a Hotmail? All right. So the overview is I'm generally an asshole. Is
Check. Confirmed.
So I'm a leader. We're leaders of the pack, first in line to get things going. Whether or not everything gets done is another question altogether. I prefer to initiate rather than complete a project. To be honest with you, this is a little spot on.
I didn't want to say it, but
I won't shy away from new ground. We are often called the pioneers of the zodiac. We fearlessly trek
what does often mean? Like,
into the unknown.
Do people often come up to you and you're like, you're a pioneer of the zodiac? Doesn't happen.
I mean, this article explained why that happened every day to me, honestly.
Okay.
Just kidding. But yeah, so we're filled with charm and charisma. It's pure bliss to be an Aries. That's what this says. I love the first sentence of this article, though. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and that's pretty much how these born under the sign see themselves first. Like, Jesus Christ, such a dick. You're a selfish prick.
Damn.
Yeah, we like physicality, which I disagree with. We're eager beavers. It's just so fucking, I don't know, it's all over the place. We're independent, I guess.
Okay,
competitive in nature. I do see that. Arrogant and domineering at times. Yeah, all the time. And then the going to the next project before the first one is done is like classic Raegan, though. I'm very I'm an idea guy, you know.
An idea guy.
But yeah, I do like that. I now know that I have courage and determination, because my mom always told me that, but I needed this article to confirm.
Yeah, like Marsha didn't really believe you, but
astrology.net.
But okay, so you were on astrology.com, right? So
yes,
I just want to quickly...
What are you on? You're also on astrology.com.
Well, I did because you were, but before that I was on horoscope.com. So I actually want to bring up
Aries horoscope?
Yeah, just to see like what
it's
different.
The same?
I'm sure it's similar, but I also like what this website.
Oh, this is like a daily one. Sign, dates, and traits.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I have that up for mine. And I'm just trying to, sorry for the pause, I'm just so into this.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Aries sign, dates, and traits.
Oh, yeah, because you were right. You were like, what you were saying something to the effect of like, it's normally like the zodiac is like the kind of face of it, like what you are. But then there is these other things like your color and your element and your quality. I've been seeing
There's tons of shit.
But I don't know what any of that means. It's like undefined. They're just like, this is your quality. And I don't know what that...
So like any good people who don't know what something means... Let's just dive right in and talk about it like we do know.
yeah, let's do it.
So,
okay.
Fire. Aries is the ram.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your element is fire.
Yeah.
Polarity is positive. Quality is cardinal. Now, I don't know what quality cardinal means.
Or polarity.
Yeah. Ruling planet Mars. Ruling house first. Spirit color red. I feel that for you.
You think I'm a red?
Well, you wear red a lot.
Maroon. How dare you?
Same thing. I don't think a different sign spirit color is maroon. I think you get all the shades.
That's true.
Lucky gem, diamond.
They mean birthstone, and that's just a bullshit thing invented by Mary Kay to make us buy babies' jewelry.
No, I think it's different.
Do you think
I think they're both bullshit.
My birthstone is diamond.
Oh. Well, okay, we'll get to it later in Capricorn. Okay. Your flower is thistle and honeysuckle. And your top love match is Sagittarius.
Well, I guess Elijah and I are breaking up.
What is he?
He's also an Aries.
Oh.
His birthday is just like a few days after mine.
Just Rams.
Oh shit!
heads.
I'm blanking on his birthday right now. It's April 12th. It's April 12th.
Man, you put yourself in that position. I didn't ask you when his birthday was.
I always want to say 13th because he seems like such an edgy punk. I'm like, it's April 13th, Friday the 3rd, but it's the 12th.
Wow, none of that makes any sense.
He's a good boy. Oh, it doesn't? All right.
The date 13th is edgy.
Yeah, because the 13th is unlucky. All right, these are just connections. My brain, never mind. It's irrelevant. Anyways,
So according to horoscope.com, the Aries, you're a trailblazer, passionate and independent.
Okay.
You'll never do something just because everyone else is doing it.
Oh, shit.
You need to be 100% committed to the task at hand.
Also bullshit.
Well, if we connect it to the other website, it's like maybe at first.
Yeah. Okay, then I can get on board with it.
Competitive to the max. The best way to motivate you is to turn something into a contest.
No, I hate sports.
Well, that's not all that competition is.
No, but they also say that, well, the other website was saying we're physical, and that's why we like contests.
Okay.
But that's okay. Continue.
You'll put everything that you have and then some into winning. Loyal, smart, and impulsive. You'll always have multiple projects on your mind and won't be satisfied until your work, social life, and personal life line up exactly with the dream life you've envisioned.
Never envisioned any life, so.
And those who are drawn to magnetic Aries may have trouble keeping up, but if they can, they'll have a friend for life. I mean, we could keep going. I did this. I'm just gonna keep going here. When it comes to love,
I am interested in this part.
yeah, Aries are all about initial attraction. They can sense chemistry in the first sentence uttered by a potential partner. Forthright and unabashed, and Aries will do everything in their power to go after someone they want.
That part I agree with.
Sometimes they need to learn how to slow down and foster long-term connections. Fireworks are fun, but they don't necessarily make a great match. Aries are amazing lovers.
Oh, yes, I am.
Versatile, passionate,
Yeah.
and always invested in the moment. The Aries motto: when you know yourself, you're empowered. When you accept yourself, you're invincible.
Oh, shit. I kind of like that. That's a very sweet little lady motto.
That is a sweet little lady motto.
When you know yourself, you're empowered. When you accept yourself, you're invincible.
And here's why I like this site. I mean, it goes on. I just read paragraphs of description, but it talks about greatest gifts, greatest challenges, your secret weapon, top 5 reasons to
What's
love.
my secret weapon?
Your secret weapon, strong, adamant, and forged in fire. It's fitting that Aries' secret weapon is iron, one of the strongest elements. Weld, cast, machine, forge, temper, harden, or anneal it. Iron can take on a seemingly limitless range of shapes and qualities. For an Aries, an iron-rich diet can boost confidence and performance.
What the fuck?
Make your diet
Are we
iron-rich.
really going to war? I thought secret weapon was going to be like, you're independent.
I know, like an internal secret weapon, not literally like what you would wield.
A bow, not the arrow part. Just the bow is your secret weapon. Jesus Christ, that's stupid.
But here's maybe the best part.
Okay.
Classic Aries, famous Aries that you can.
Oh yeah, they're like actual people. Okay.
The first one listed is Big Sean. Big Sean. Marlon Brando, Charlie Chaplin.
Hell yeah.
James Franco, sorry. Houdini,
Robert
Lady
Downey
Gaga,
Jr. Okay.
Van Gogh, Reese Witherspoon.
I love Emma Watson's an Aries. Oh, that made me too excited.
Yeah, you sounded so basic.
Well, now I believe in it, you know?
Yeah.
Let me put on my I'm not a white girl voice.
Yeah, just get lower. I'm not.
I'm a man.
I'm a white man. So, okay.
So I'm so glad that now I know who I'm like all these 25 years of my life I've spent searching, trying to determine,
And it's all been for naught because
I just had to Google it and now I know who I am. Mm-hmm. All right, what about Capricorn? Wait, so when's your birthday?
My birthday is January 18th, and I would love to kind of go about this the way that we went about yours. Like, can you read me a little bit from
I would.
your website, astrology.com?
For your zodiac?
Yeah.
Okay, hang tight. Let me find you.
Hang 10.
Okay. Wait. Let's see if I have to. Do I have to leave the website? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. God, this is stupid. I'll just Google it. Astrology. Also, I will say, one thing we might want to look at for whatever. I want to look at why this happens, but on my website, at the bottom of the website, here we go. I found you. When you get to the bottom of your article, whatever zodiac you are, it then goes, are you a Aries man or are you an Aries woman? And then it divides by gender, which I found interesting for a number of reasons. One, because we're kind of in like a lot of the people I feel like who are very into astrology are also very liberal, and in a moment where we're not trying to define anything by gender. But I also feel like it's interesting because one aspect of astrology is always determining who like your other match is. Yeah. So then if they're like kind of dividing things up like that, it's just like, is this like an old thing?
That's very old fashioned. Very old those ideas.
And so maybe my website is not as hip and with it as the new astrology. I guess we've got new astrology, but okay.
Yeah, new wave. New astrology.
My God.
What?
So much.
You're scaring me.
Oh, so great. Okay. Capricorn, right? Capricorn? Yeah. Okay. I'm just, so it does like the symbol, which is the goat.
Classic. Greatest of all time, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what
it took me a moment to catch up with you there. Oh, yeah. What? By the way, my planet? What was my planet?
Yeah. Mars.
No. Saturn? Okay.
No, this is mine.
Oh.
Yours
this
is Mars.
Oh, mine was Mars. Yeah. Okay, so your Saturn is yours, and that matches your website that you're on. Okay. Yeah. My favorite thing is that, what does that one have for your color? Spirit color? Okay, on your website it says dark blue, but on my website it says khaki.
Wow, so I'm gonna go with your website on that one. I've never seen my work outfits. Dude, they have been described as khaki.
I'm starting to believe, man. It's getting real.
I'm starting to believe.
Okay, so you're the 10th sign of the zodiac, Capricorn. You're all about hard work. These born under this sign are more than happy to put in a full day at the office.
Okay, well, we had a good run.
I don't believe anymore. But realizing that it will likely take a lot of those days to get to the top. That's no problem, since Capricorns are both ambitious and determined. They will get there. I do believe you're ambitious and determined. I just don't think you're like, man, I love my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Life is one big project for these folks. Jesus Christ.
Well, that sounds happy.
Life is one big project for everybody, man. Yeah. And they adapt to this by adopting a business-like approach to most everything they do. Capricorns are practical, taking things one step at a time and being as realistic and pragmatic as possible. You are a very practical person.
I'm with that.
You know your limits and your boundaries, and it's good that you do, because I am, one thing that was true in my zodiac is I am very much like, well, if we did this, and you're like, well, Raegan,
reel you back in a little bit.
What if you thought for a minute?
What if we did this?
Okay. Those with a Capricorn zodiac sign are extremely dedicated to their goals, almost to the point of stubbornness. Do you think you're stubborn? I don't think you're stubborn. Maybe not stubborn, but measured. is more what I think with you.
And I can see the stubborn too.
You can see a little bit of stubbornness.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were being very practical about that admission.
Well, see, I can't help it.
All right. Sorry. The goat is the Capricorn symbol. This is so stupid. I'm sorry. And an apt mascot it is. Goats love to climb to the top of the mountain where the air is clear and fresh. In much the same way Capricorns want to get to the top of their chosen field.
Okay, like, yeah, I mean, all this, I'm so conflicted because all this stuff about hard work and everything, like, I believe, but like you said, like, not in the typical, like, 9-to-5 world.
Businessman. Yeah, it's not like business, Dana.
Yeah, and the whole business approach to everything. I don't know, I see elements of that, but, you know, should we check out horoscope.com?
I did want to go to your planet just really quick.
Saturn, many rings.
Yeah, and I'm sure yours will kind of go into this too, but so Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. In ancient Roman mythology, Saturn was the father of many of the gods. Consider him top dog, if you will, and then you'll see a parallel to the Capricorn sign. Though this is so funny because you literally define your comedy as being an underdog. Like that's like the underdog is like very much your symbol and like kind of something you've described yourself to me as on numerous occasions, and this is the complete antithesis
Well,
to that.
I'm gonna change my comedy. I'm gonna act as the top dog now.
Hell yeah, dude. You just fucking go for it. So those born under the sign also want to be the top dog, and they're smart enough to know that title won't simply be handed to them. They're happy to work for it. Luckily, they'll possess it with enough discipline and sense of responsibility. Capricorns tend to be mature and are amply blessed with common sense. And that just seems to be kind of more like that. These are the business people of the zodiac. So
I'm all business.
And you are sensible and economical. They'll get up every morning to see that the job is done to the highest degree of quality possible.
Again, really depends on what we're talking about. Even the getting out of waking up part is really not in line. My website, horoscope.com, it says my element is Earth.
Okay.
Polarity is negative. We still don't know what it means, but I like that.
That yours is negative. Yeah.
Across the board.
I very much disagree with my polarity.
Yeah, spirit color dark blue. I think we're going khaki on that one. Yeah. Lucky gem. See, lapis lazuli. I mean, because my like birthstone is garnet, so it is different from what my lucky gem is, according to this. Flower, pansy. Fuck yeah. Top love match, Virgo.
We both had the quality of cardinal. We should look that up after this.
We should.
And see what that means.
And based on what little I know about the zodiac, I've heard that Virgos and Capricorns are similar in a lot of ways.
Okay, so that makes sense.
So, smart, hardworking, and fully in control of their destiny, a Capricorn will always get what they set their mind to in both personal and professional life. No excuses. They may get a reputation as stubborn, but they simply know what they want and also know how they wish other people would behave. Well, of course.
I know how I wish other people would behave.
I know exactly how I want other people to be. Natural rule followers, that's me.
That is you.
Capricorns thrive on order and love strict rules, hierarchies, and set ways to do things.
I don't think hierarchies, though. Are you a hierarchy person?
I did love ranking friends on MySpace.
Oh yeah, we've talked about that. Yeah. That's true. Yeah,
but I do like
letting you know what you mean to me.
Right? Oh, you said something stupid to me? Down 3 spaces. Yes, can a Capricorn think outside the box? Yes, they can, but they prefer when they have strict boundaries to constrain against.
There you are.
Yeah. Free reign can make them feel paralyzed by choice. Agreed. Capricorns are great at climbing the corporate ladder. That's a huge fucking no. And especially adept at making and investing money. Interesting. Capricorns love family and put a lot of stock into traditions.
Okay.
I feel that. A Capricorn might stress themselves out trying to do everything perfectly. Yep.
Oh, it says something up there about home cooking.
Oh, it does?
Feel like they must present a home cooked meal. A Capricorn may feel like they must present a home cooked meal every day and would never admit to doing drive-through or takeout.
Oh, I'll admit to that all day long. I'll admit to you all day long.
There are just cans of Campbell's soup on top of her refrigerator right now.
So we got to get to the love portion. Well, Capricorns are loyal friends.
Okay.
I believe that. And have a funny and sly sense of humor when you get to know them.
There you go.
It's fun drawing them out of their shells. In love.
Ah, here we go. Let's see what you got. What your moves are, Capricorn.
Capricorn's a
Khaki
true
moves.
partner who is laser focused on helping their partner find success and happiness. Capricorn will dive into a relationship like a job and believes that hard work can help make a bond as strong as possible, while sometimes a romantic conversation may veer toward feeling a bit like a board meeting, especially with action items and improvement plans. But if you roll with it, they have a point. Your bond will be stronger.
Dude, that is hot.
Right? Like the boardroom. Capricorn's motto is simple. I can succeed at anything I put my mind to, I guess. I want to get to weapon. Yours was iron, but mine's tenacity.
What the fuck?
Why was yours so literal?
Yes. Why do I need it? Dude, you know what's really fucked up too is my doctor did tell me I need to take iron supplement. Dude. So that's really crazy. Okay, but go ahead.
Their tenacity, they believe that they truly can do anything and they will dig in and get it done no matter how exhausting or tedious the task. Capricorn will stay up all night if necessary, or if not necessary. I'll tell you that much. And are almost superhuman in terms of being able to ignore exhaustion and laser focus on the task
That
at
is
hand.
not true.
That used to be true, but you hit about 25 and then that goes away.
Yeah.
But classic favorites Capricorns, a much shorter list than yours.
Yes, but they're great. Look
They
at all
are
yours.
great. There's not a dud in the bunch.
there's
John
not.
Legend.
Huge.
Bradley Cooper.
Uh-huh.
Kate Middleton, Liam Hemsworth, Michelle Obama.
Oh, that's why you guys have those arms.
Yeah. And Ellen DeGeneres, normally, sure, but lately with that George Bush stuff.
What? What's going on with the George? Oh, man.
Do you remember now?
Dude, we got some hot goss, Dana.
Pew, 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 pew. Hot goss.
Hot goss.
Like
All right.
recently, Ellen DeGeneres.
She went to a ball game with them, right?
Yeah, was at a Dallas Cowboys game and sat next to George W. Bush, and they were shown like talking and laughing.
Okay.
Which. Okay, and so then there was like a big backlash.
Because people were upset that
People were
Ellen
like,
would
how
go.
are you. Well, and how are you gonna like make friends with George Bush? Be like laughing with this dude.
Okay.
And then she went on her show and was like, listen, I think you should be kind to everybody, whether or not they think the same as you.
Yeah.
But I feel a couple ways about that.
Okay.
I mean, before she went on her show, I didn't think anything of it because I was like,
Yeah.
she probably didn't choose to sit next to him.
Even if she did, yeah, okay, anyways, you do, yeah, what was your process?
Yeah, you might be sat next to another rich person. And
You
might
definitely
have to
could
sit
be.
next to them.
Yeah.
But then when she defended it on her show, it was weird because, yeah, in general, I feel like you gotta be nice to everybody, regardless of if they think differently than you. But, like, George Bush isn't just, like, Joe Schmo off the street.
That's true.
Like,
he was a president.
He did things.
Yeah.
And then it's also... he did things, and first of all, I don't forgive Ellen for going to a football game. That's the most inexplicable thing.
What? Why?
That's the most inexplicable.
You don't think her and Portia are sports fans?
I don't.
No?
I don't. Yeah, so I'm just kind of like, why? Why were you there?
I guess my I guess my immediate reaction to that is not having read the headlines, which I should probably do my homework before I even give my opinion. But I can see
We're not about that on this
we're not about doing our homework. But I can see definitely a lot of like young people, particularly because right now is very cancel culture. That is our favorite thing in the U.S.
Yeah.
Fuck this person because they like this. That is a very. If you saw Ellen DeGeneres at a sports game with George Bush and you're like, fuck her because she went with him, or even if they did, like, whatever, I think that is so high school and childish. And I do agree with Ellen, is you should be kind to everyone, but furthermore is if you truly feel the way she feels on a number of topics, why wouldn't you try to, by being open, kind, friendly, sharing time, finding shared interests, try to maybe like put your version of events or your feelings on a specific matter, whatever, out there via kindness versus via fuck you. Like
Right.
I think that's completely stupid that the internet freaked out over that. And that's just honestly like that is like classic America right now, where you it is so
No nuance.
polarized. Yeah, it's so polarized that we can't. I mean, everyone is correct that George Bush did some terrible things, but at the same time, if you can try to appeal to an audience that he is a part of and vice versa, by trying to find some common ground, like there are ways that we can that through kindness that we can overcome that bad shit. You know what I mean? Also, George Bush has definitely post being in the White House shifted on a number of things that I don't believe that people are maybe aware of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very bold, because I think a lot of presidents do that, where they get out of the White House and then they do what they know is right versus having done it when they were in the White House. But yeah, I don't know.
See, and it's like the whole point is like it's very nuanced, and like you don't cancel someone.
Right.
This is very complex, because I believe what I said and then I believe what you just said.
Yeah.
And then another layer that I just wanted to point out was a lot of people were just saying like it kind of shows at the same time that if you're like rich, like you'll have more in common with each other than anything, because like look, but Ellen's rich, and the fact is she's not going through the same things that a regular person is going through, and which makes it easier,
never gonna
which makes it easier to relate to George Bush. And it's like these are all just parts of the conversation. So absolutely. Ellen, you're a Capricorn, I get it.
She's doing business because that's her whole thing. A man, this makes so much sense, because Ellen is the queen of khaki. Oh my god. Dude, she's khaki from head to toe.
I feel like I could dance as badly as her, for sure. Because it is bad. I think we can.
I've never seen you dance, but I would assume that I don't have the moves, and I would assume that you don't have the moves, Dana.
Oh, wow. And
I only
gut punch.
I only say that because we have never been to a club together, and I don't see us ever going to a club together.
We've danced at a bar. There was that time I was thinking about your birthday a year ago where we went to like Nomad and we were like dancing.
I don't remember that.
Well, it was your birthday. Of course you don't. I do want to bring up one other thing, is that have you heard of being on the cusp when it comes to astrology?
Wait, and we have to look up our cardinal too.
Oh, that's right.
What does that mean?
But so
let's do the cusp first.
I've heard, okay, what's a cusp in astrology? Zodiac cusps, I don't like how much I'm having to say the word. Represent the twilight days between the signs where one is rising as the other sets. It's an auspicious time to be born. These are moments of change, of endings and beginnings, of compromise and surprise. So it's basically like you're so close. You're like,
you could be either.
And I think I'm on the cusp.
Are you a cusp?
I'm on the cusp because I'm January 18th, and I think a lot of Capricorns are widely believed, like the end of that is usually the 19th. So it's basically saying like, yeah, I'm a Capricorn, but I'm so close to the next one that there might be like some Aquarius elements, I feel like.
I love how much up top we shat on this and are now getting so into it.
Hey, these topics are complex, is what we're saying. And so, yeah, I'm on the cusp a little bit, and so it's saying that inner conflict is is part of your DNA.
Part of your DNA.
Well, fuck yeah, it is.
No.
And so wait, you're April 3rd.
I'm not a cusp.
No, you're not on the cusp.
I'm a solid Aries.
You're just Aries through and through.
Dude, if there's cusps, then it's like, none of it, oh man. Oh, that's kind of cool. This little thingy's there's like a little wheel and it lights up.
Oh, so Capricorn Aquarius, let's just figure out what it means.
Yeah. For
me to be on the cusp, and then we're going to find out
what the cardinal is. Okay, yeah.
No matter what personality traits those born on the Capricorn Aquarius cusp show to the public, their private life is the one that matters most. Inner fantasies, waking dreams, these are the realms that excite these creative souls.
You are a creative soul.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Because our interior lives are so rich, we might feel somewhat disappointed with real life.
Who doesn't, my friend?
The dreariness of the shared reality could feel constricting and dull, causing this beleaguered cusp to feel that life is somehow lacking.
Oh my god!
This vague sense of ennui might affect their personal relationships in a negative way. After all, it's not easy being with someone who feels that the life they're living doesn't live up to the fantasy they've created in their mind.
Christ, you were such a downer in this version. Also, I disagree with. I think you probably have a very rich inner creative mind, but you overall do not seem, or maybe, read on. Perhaps maybe you keep that to yourself.
Should I read on?
I don't, because you don't seem like you're disappointed with life. I feel like I'm
definitely disappointed with life, but I feel like I don't have such a rich inner life where I have this fantasy that I'm not living up to.
That's what I mean.
Because like, wasn't the other part of being a Capricorn like very realistic and pragmatic? And so like I don't have this like thing in my mind where I'm like, oh, if only.
Yeah, right.
But the upside is the creative personality, great communicator.
True.
Depends on who you ask.
No, you're much more organized when you talk out loud.
Well, I appreciate that.
Your thoughts string together. I'm still trying to figure out that 13th thing and how that doesn't translate.
No, I mean, I guess. It was just a stretch. Raegan.
Okay, continue.
Strong need for security, but long for freedom. I feel that conflict.
Do you think this hold many contradictions within them? I feel like you're you do? Yeah? I was going to say, I feel like you are a very consistent individual.
Well, I guess I don't know how I feel about that in general, but just the contradiction of a need for security and freedom. I get that.
Actually, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, see... here's the thing with astrology is
you can say that. I kind of feel that as well, though.
Oh, right. I mean, the thing about astrology is that they present these thoughts that are just vague enough that they can apply to anyone about anything.
Right.
But they're just true enough where you're like, holy shit, they got me.
It's also, I'm realizing, because like the more we're reading, the more we're kind of like getting into it, where we were like really shitting on it at the top, like I said. But like, I think what it mostly is it's like a doorway to really provide some, and I actually feel this more than religion even does. This allows for some self-reflection on yourself. Like you're reading about, like you said, vague things that you can access, but it's also like a way to look at yourself without really looking at yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a way to be introspective without having to like kind of be bare bones about it. You can just say, well, the star. Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, where you can explain away why you're shitty, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's just something's in retrograde right now, so
Mercury's
I'm a bitch.
Yeah. Retrograde. Okay, so quality.
So yeah, what is the cardinal? Does it mean we're Catholic?
The quality. Well, no. I'm no.
That was a joke. That's all right. We can pass that one up. It wasn't. It was just
I'm sorry. sorry.
It's a joke I threw out there, and like a classic Aries, I'm now abandoning it. All right.
Every zodiac sign has an element attached to it, but the quality of that element changes. The 3 qualities are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Only one of them applies to your sign's element, and this combination is the essence of your zodiac sign, giving a great personality description about the fundamentals at the core of your being. So
that sentence meant nothing.
It meant nothing, but we're both cardinal, right?
Right.
So cardinal signs like to start things. We've already established that.
Yes.
They're first, often by accident, but also by design.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
They tread...
2 different statements in the same sentence.
They tread off the beaten path and make it a new highway. Barf.
Oh my God.
Cardinal individuals may get lost as they go off on their own, but the discoveries they make benefit everyone. These are the trailblazers and the visionaries, but they don't necessarily stick around to enjoy what's been established. So the difference between that, then fixed. Okay. A fixed sign is steady, and they learn how to do something and stick with it.
Okay.
And a mutable sign is always changing, and they have an experimental nature that plays with... Okay, that doesn't mean anything. God. So this kind of ended up, I feel like, being a bust.
Dude, it's a total bust. We knew that going into it. Does it mean that I still don't want to get the ram tattooed on my shoulder? Of course I do. I'm a white woman in my 20s. But at the same time, I know it's horse shit. Or rather, ram shit in my...
or goat shit.
Goat shit. Oh, man. It's just so maddening, isn't it? I cannot believe that sentence. They are first often by accident, but also by design. That sums up astrology to me, where it's like, you're this, and it's everything.
And all
and
things
anything.
at once.
Oh my God.
That's super.
Dude.
That is super. And so, Raegan, keeping astrology in mind, what would your tip be for a lad wanting to get laid? For your specific sign? Think about what kind of lover you are.
Good. I'm a good lover. That's what it said. I guess it's really not about what they would... Because I guess, like, I'm the one who likes to start things according to this bullshit, so...
They just need to be on board.
Be around, I guess.
They just need to be on board, and they just need to go with it.
Yeah. And be
around.
get that initial chemistry, and then just be prepared for me to abandon you completely, like an unfinished project. One of my many unfinished projects.
Well, then for me, I like to conduct all things like we're in the boardroom and we've got a business plan and an action plan. So khaki. Just wear khaki and a tie and
going back to the corduroy.
And let's look at spreadsheets.
Yes. Oh, spread and sheets.
That's
Carter Deems. Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably what I would say. And then we gotta end things on who's a sweet little lady you wanted to shout out.
Oh yeah, sweet little lady. Who is my sweet little lady?
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you got one? You
yeah,
wanna go
I
first?
got mine.
Okay, go for it, and I will think while you talk.
Excellent.
Classic.
Mine is my landlady, Lisa, who at any minute is going to come up and take my window air conditioner out of my window.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not even all of why I say it.
Okay.
It's also because I had a really tough week, very busy week.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault.
Oh.
And coming home from work on like Tuesday, we saw each other and we walked up to the building together, and she was asking me how things are going. And when she found out how busy it was, she took some pasta that she had just bought from Glorioso's out of her bag, and she was like, "Here you go. Here's dinner."
That's
I ate that shit, and it was delicious. So.
Was it? What was it from Glorioso's? Do you know?
It was just like a pasta with some sauce.
Oh,
and it was delicious. But she was just like, "You need this. You need this more than I do."
That is awesome.
So,
that is awesome.
Lisa, you're a sweet little lady. See you in a couple minutes.
Hell yeah. I guess, yeah, I don't know if I have one this week. That's really
Not
bad.
acceptable.
Well, okay, how about...
Why were you a sweet little lady then?
I've done nothing to contribute towards society. I'm gonna do a random shout out. Actually, I'll do this. We talked about Stardew Valley, which is a video game that is very near and dear to my heart. And
Nerd.
Yeah, total nerd, dude. But it's such a great game. If anybody listening plays it, will you please shoot us an email at sweetlittleladiespodcast@gmail.com, because I need people to play with online. And so I guess my sweet little lady of the week is gonna be Concerned Ape, who is the developer of that video game. It's one guy. He made it all by himself.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, he's just contributed a lot of joy to my life generally, but also in these last 2 sober weeks. Because as I've said, I'm doing Sober October, which we're gonna do an episode on kind of this whole dry month deal. And
Well, yeah, we're gonna follow up with you, see how it went
at the end, and we'll circle back on that. But otherwise, I think that's about all we got today.
That's all we got. Thanks for listening.
Come back next week for more spooky, sweet little ladies this month.
Peace.
All right. That was the least Capricorn thing ever.